Howdy, 7th grade. Today we are going to be talking about percents and what all we can do with them. First, I want to give you all a quick lesson in French. Percent is a French word, and percent literally means of 100. So cent is French for 100, and per is French for of, so per cent means of 100. So, knowing that, whenever you read a percent, we can read 37% is 37 of 100. And that's all it means. And of, in this case, is going to mean divided by. So a lot of times of is going to mean multiply, but in this case it's going to mean division. So this is going to be 37 over 100. And that is most of what we're doing today. I know that took a minute, but I want to make sure we get some practice problems in. So I want us to not only be able to go from percent to fraction, but also from a fraction to a percent. So if I have an example real quick, 1 over 100. Sorry, 1 over 10 is a fraction, is what percent? I want to figure out how many parts out of 100 is the same as 1 over 10. So I know that 1 out of 10 has to be equal to something over 100. Another question is, how am I going to get from 10 to 100? In this case, it's pretty easy. I'm going to multiply by 10. And for fractions, if I do it to the bottom, I got to do it to the top 2. And I'm going to end up being 10 over 100. And of course, 10 over 100, 10 of 100 is 10%. We'll try that one more time. So all we're going to do is we're going to change the denominator to 100, and then the numerator is our percent. And just like that, we have our percentage. So let's try that with one other problem. So my example here is going to be 3 out of 4 is what percentage? So that shouldn't be too bad. All I'm going to have to do is I'm going to take my 3 out of 4 and say it has to equal something out of 100, because I have to make sure I change my denominator to 100. To get from 4 to 100, I'm going to multiply by 25. If I do that to the bottom, I got to do it to the top 2. And 4 times 25 is 100. So 3 times 25 is going to be 75 over 100. 75 for every 100 is going to be 75%. And just like that, we're good to go. We can do this the other way too. So if I start with a percent and I would like to get to a fraction, we can go backwards. So 40% is what fraction? And all I'm going to do here is I start with 40%. I know that's 40 over 100. And then I can simplify this. So I'm going to divide both sides by 10. And that's going to get me to 4 out of 10. And I can simplify that more by dividing the top and bottom by 2, which is going to give me to 2 over 5. And that's going to end up with my final answer. So all we're doing is converting back and forth between percents and fractions. I'm hoping this is something we've seen before. For percent, we just put it over 100 and simplify. Up here, we made sure that we changed the denominator to 100 and then just found the numerator and we were good to go. So I would like to make sure y'all do the practice set. It's going to be A through J today. Other than that, please make sure that y'all have a wonderful evening. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Toodaloo.